Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We got Josue in here with us this morning, and Josue is a Maryland patient that drove all the way down here for 2 days to get here from Maryland. You're correct, Josue?
That is correct.
And he's been watching our videos for a long time, so that makes him an East Coast crack addict. He comes in complaining of pain down in his pelvic region primarily, which we tested him already and did his exam. He does have sacral subluxation, neck pain and stiffness. He gets cramps and muscle spasms down in both calves, upper thoracic tightness and pain. He gets dizziness every once in a while, but with that dizziness, and I want to talk about this just a little bit, often people feel giddy or kind of fight or flight symptoms with that, which is stress and anxiety, and he complained that he had some stress and anxiety ongoing too, right?
Yes.
And that is really a function of the autonomic nervous system, which is comprised primarily when you're in fight or flight. It's affecting the sympathetic nervous system from T1 all the way down to T12L1. The sympathetic chain runs up and down on both sides of the spine as a result of that. So I just wanted to mention that. He also does have rib cage pain on that left side too. That also correlates with the thoracic spine and rib cage causing that sympathetic hyperactivity. And he gets some right ring finger pain from injuring that several years ago.
Yeah, dislocated.
Do you hold your hands out like this in front of you a lot? Because that'll pull your head and shoulders forward.
Okay.
We're going to get rid of this for you this week.
Yeah, I do
and
that.
get you into this.
Okay.
That's just a habit.
It is.
That's ingrained in your brain though. That's called maladaptive neuroplasticity. We're going to be adjusting you every day here this week, and that will be positive adaptive neuroplasticity. Your brain will start reacting better to this environment than it has been. And that's really what we change with every patient. Let's show them your posture, Josue. I'm gonna have you close your eyes and bend your head forward and backwards, please, sir. Now, see, he got a little tight when he goes forward and backwards. He's a little forward. He doesn't have a lot of translation. He translates to the left just a little bit, but not bad. Pelvis is fairly centered up too, actually. Got a little bit of translation to the left on his pelvis, but that's not that bad either. So this being Josue's first adjustment here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief, we're going to lay back on the BioPhysics table here, Josue. Yep, face down in there again. There's a lot of East Coast crack addicts up there. We have people from New York here right now. See, his left leg is shorter by 1/2 inch in this prone position. When I bring his legs up, you can see they get even, and that tightens up in his pelvis. You can see his pelvis raising up off the table when we do that. And he felt that tightness down in his lumbo-pelvic region, correct, Josue?
Yep.
So I'm going to start off adjusting his sacrum. You can feel the table moving under you. Some of these might be a little tender at first, Josue, just because they've been subluxated for a while. That I evened his legs out already. Does this feel any easier yet, Josue, than that first one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, boy. You're gonna make me work for him, aren't you? You're gonna feel your head popping up on this one. This puts that cervical lordosis back in your cervical spine to get your head up over your thoracic spine. Let's turn you on your back. Notice when we talk about subluxation, we're not saying misalignments causing pinched nerve, because that's the old science of subluxation. The new science of subluxation, which is much more accurate, is dysfunctional motor units in the spine, lack of range of motion, articular dysfunction, biomechanical abnormalities. I call them biomechanical improprieties. The joint's just not functioning properly, and that affects neurophysiology, which affects your brain's interpretation of what's going on with your body. That's called neuroplasticity. So what we do here is we take patients that have maladapted to their postures and their activities of their lifetime, and we quickly change the biomechanics of the spine, which affects neurology all the way up into the brain, getting it to readapt more positively to their environment. And the brain's where everything comes from anyway, making changes. So our whole goal with every adjustment is to influence the spine and the biomechanics such with the adjustment that we're affecting that brain neurology and changing people's brains, because that's where pain is registered in your brain. Stress is also a big factor there. Put both arms out like this for me now, Josue. We always try to educate with our videos so that the world can learn what chiropractic is really about, because it's not just about vertebra out of place pinching on a nerve. That's old science, and we subscribe to the newest scientific literature and science on vertebral subluxation and neurology. Okay, set you up face towards Tristan here. That way. There, okay. Yep. We gave Josue our list of favorite restaurants and activities here in Houston that he's going to partake in while he's here.
Forward to that.
Just tell them you're Team Ring Dinger. They'll all roll out the red carpet, won't they, Tristan?
Yes, sir.
Especially at Irma's. Irma's Original downtown.
Give you a Team Ringer discount.
And they even got my picture up on the wall. One of the patients took them that magazine article.
Nice.
They put my picture up on the wall, along with all the pro athletes.
Nice.
Not here, head up this way for this one. And this one's one where I want to ring your bell.
Okay.
Yep. Let your legs just relax, Josue. The table's gonna lift them up. You can rest your hands right here. I'm gonna pin your pelvis in on both sides. These are gonna feel tight, and they're supposed to. Yep. Side down, just a tad. There you go. Yes, sir. This is our weight reduction program. We just squeeze it out of you.
I felt that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Okay, on this one, it's just important to keep your teeth together. Don't bite your tongue. You don't need to clench them, just keep them together. Okay. Will your left ear? There it is. Yes, sir. How far down did you feel that one, Josue?
All the way down.
Good. Good answer. That's why we call it Ring Dinger. I ring the bell every time. Yeah. Oh, well, boy. Home run on that. I bet you didn't even think your spine could move that much. Noisy in there, isn't it? It's the real deal, huh?
Kansas City.
Yeah. When crack addicts come in here, they got the best seat in the house right there. Wow. Okay, let's come over here and shoot you down here in Houston. As long as you stay up North Houston, you'll be fine. There we go. Okay, so here's your homework. You're gonna pull your shoulders up and back. No, up first, all the way, and then back. Yep, flare these hands, palms forward like that. Here's the hard part. We're gonna go straight back and then look back. You're gonna feel a little tap on your atlas there. And there, now relax. Now bend your head forward and backwards again, Josue, and tell me if that feels any smoother to you at all yet.
Yeah.
Is that easier than the first time you did it?
Mm-hmm.
Take a look in the mirror at your posture now.
I do feel this.
You're gonna be sore for about 72 hours after this first adjustment, because
Okay.
that was a really heavy duty first adjustment.
Okay.
And this is your first time anywhere, right?
Yeah.
You've never been adjusted by anyone before.
Never.
Well, we're glad Josue came here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief for his first chiropractic experience. How would you describe the entire first visit experience to our other crack addicts worldwide?
Oh, it's definitely very informative. You learn a lot about, yourself. Dr. Johnson does a very good job of explaining everything, and you feel it.
Mhm.
You definitely feel it from head to toe. I did.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not to the toe, but all the way down.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you probably feel the blood flowing down in your legs a little better after that ring dinger, because that's the first thing I always feel.
yeah, I definitely feel the
Yeah.
blood flowing
Yep.
to all my extremities.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
And look at you're still talking and smiling,
yeah, it was,
moving, and you're still kicking.
yeah. So it was definitely a great experience. I appreciate it.
Did you feel it met your expectations from you watching the videos? Did this live up to your expectations coming here?
Yeah, because I learned a lot, and I felt all the different cracks, and
I'm sure you did.
learned a lot about my posture and about my thoracic side and my pelvis, and
Yeah.
so just to learn a lot from you.
Yeah, okay, good.
So you're very educated on what you're doing. You know your stuff. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt it, and it was definitely a great experience.
Good. Well, if you felt that ring dinger all the way down, Josue, ring a ring dinger bell.
All right, ring dinger it is.
Yeah. See, that's a real deal too. That's our freedom bell, freedom from pain.
Freedom for pain.
Now, you're gonna be sore for about 72 hours after this first adjustment, so
That's
don't
the only
get freaked
thing.
out when you get sore, because it's gonna be sore.
No, it's
Crushed
okay.
ice in a freezer baggie. Shiloh will give you a bag, and you
Okay.
put some crushed ice in there right on the skin,
Okay.
over the sore spot for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
When you leave the office here, before you sit down or go back to your hotel room, 10-minute fast brisk walk around the floor, 5 minutes each direction, as fast as you can walk with your arms moving free. You gotta quit doing that. I'm gonna point that out every time I see you doing
All
that.
right. Okay.
Because this right here, just to let you guys know, this pulls your head and shoulders forward and crunches that ribs up on top of the sternum. So we want to take Josue from this to this.
Gotcha.
See, that's what gets your biomechanics neutral XYZ, so that your joints are holding you up in gravity versus the muscles, disc, and ligaments,
Okay.
which will degenerate over time if they're stressed all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me or Dr. Wendt?
How long do you think it would take for the pain for like maybe you said 72 hours?
You're gonna be sore for 72 hours from
Sore,
the adjustment.
Not pain, it's just sore.
Right.
But it's because I can tell it.
Yeah, it's
did the adjustment.
it's been moved.
Yeah, it is. Like I felt it.
If you weren't feeling sore after, we didn't do our job.
Okay.
It's kind of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym and you work out and you didn't get sore, you didn't do a whole lot,
No
right?
pain, no gain. You got it. I
Yeah.
got you. No, I feel better.
Yeah.
Absolutely feel better.
We'll put that crushed ice on there. I'll start calming the inflammation down.
Okay.
And we can do an update video later this
Yeah,
week
we'll
too.
do another video on you on Thursday or Friday if you want to then, to see how you're doing then. And you can tell everybody your own personal experience.
Got you. Okay. Makes
Very
sense.
good. Well, thank you for sharing your experience,
Thank you.
experience with everyone today,
Appreciate you.
Josue.
Appreciate you, Mr. Johnson.
This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas, with Josue from Maryland. We'll see y'all soon.